Hello and welcome back to the Minetrek.net game server. This will be update 21, I believe, on the Enterprise D build. MHeller, MadSqurriel, Ipanic, DeBomb, and Bluephobes have been working on things. Quite a bit's been done. The entire revision of this upper hangar has been started and completed by MadSqurriel and Ipanic. MadSqurriel has put a god-awful amount of time into this, and so has Ipanic, and I believe DeBomb's helped, and so has Bluephobes. I'm not sure to what degree Bluephobes or DeBomb have assisted, but I do know that Ipanic and MadSqurriel especially have put a lot of time into this. This is something MadSqurriel was working on all day today, and this is the first time I've seen it completed. It's pretty damned amazing, if you ask me. I mean, it really does look good. Got these nice big view screens up there, the way he's done all that. I gotta admit, that's pretty damn cool. That is seriously very cool work right there, Mad. And you get your little thing that comes up here into this upper area. The decision to go ahead and rework this entire hangar area was kind of a no-brainer. We all were not happy with the way it looked originally, with the design that the deck plans called for. It didn't lend itself to our creativity the way we wanted it. So the guys decided to go ahead and see. I guess it started with MadSqurriel. I think I can make it. I think I can do it. And then Ipanic and him just started working on it, and here it is. I mean, it's pretty darn nice looking, if you ask me. I mean, it's amazing work. The detail that these guys put into their stuff is just absolutely amazing. I mean, look at that. Whoa. Simply put, whoa. Still, there's a lot of work to be done yet. This is like a, I don't know what this is called, but they sort of kind of explain it to me a little bit, but I'm still in a little gray area as to what it is. But it's like an inner corridor between the main corridor and the hangar itself, because I don't know what these doorways here are. They can't be used for cargo, because obviously there's no room back here. They can't be used for shuttle parking. They're too small. So I don't know. What I would do, and granted I don't want to screw up these guys' build, is I would just close these off and something like that, and then I don't know which block it is that we use for the space block. Get back in here. It's not that block, obviously. Try nether brick. Yep, nether brick. And I would actually do something like this. Darn it. And then where's the good control panel button? Yeah. Something like this. Just like a little work cove. Because to be honest with you, it doesn't really make any sense to me to have so many doors leading out of the forward part of the hangar when obviously you got a main doorway right here. You really wouldn't need this stuff here. It would be like this. It'd be like a little work area, a little cove to work in and stuff. That's my opinion of what it should be. I could be wrong. Heck, you could even, if you wanted to, box it off. And again, this is me messing with their work, and I hope they don't mind. Actually, it's this way. Maybe it is this one. We'll go this way. Yep. And then little cargo and stuff like that right here. Something like that. I'm just saying, it just got to be close. So I want to leave that there and let them ponder on that for a while. That's probably not what they want, but when they see the video, I think they'll understand what I was going for. Also, I worked up here trying to get this area here that was above the hangar utilize it a little bit better, because this was all dead space, and there's a lot of dead space up in there that I'm going to have to find a use for. Probably just end up putting braces up there and small machinery for atmospherics and things like that. There's not a lot of space back behind here, but it will be set up for atmospherics and things like that as well. This is where the door comes in. So when the hangar door opens, it all compresses down into this little blue area here. Since we're here, all this stuff through here will be atmospherics for the hangar itself, as well as the area up above us there. I went ahead and removed the Jeffries tube that was here. It was kind of redundant. I had to move it to the side a little bit so that it would fit in here, which I still haven't finished setting it up yet, but which means I had to put this like little island thing into this into the lower bay here. You can see the lift that they made as well. This is a shuttle parking, by the way. So I got to finish doing this. I'll do that real quick here while I'm thinking about it. I just got to make sure I get the right blocks. Yeah, the gray ones. There we go, and this won't be used for anything. Maybe this. Anyways, what I did is I moved this to the side so that we could accommodate the corridor here. So I went ahead and pushed the corridor all the way through. M. Hiller suggested we go ahead and put an airlock back here, and this is kind of what we did, complete with piston doors. Here's the piston setup. This is the mechanism that allows us to use a button like a lever. I don't forget what, T flip-flop or something like that. I'm not sure what it's called. I used the C&B fast piston doors, hidden piston doors, which is normally what I use for all my hidden piston doors. It's the most efficient one that I understand how to make. So, see, works really well. Look at the decor they put on this. Mad went ahead and wrapped that little brace around, put lighting on it. The decorations on the doors, or the decals on the doors, that's really nice. One of the problems we're running into is the back of the ship here. This, you can see the difference where the gray is, or that's actually white wool. I'm trying to round the hull off. I don't want to mess with the hull without M's knowledge. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to fill in, kind of like putty, the dimples in the jagged edge of this this area back here. It needs to be cleaned up, and to be honest with you, I don't think I have what it takes to clean it, because you see how it dimples in, and I've kind of filled it in a little bit, but I'm still trying to work on it, trying to get it so that it looks rounded and doesn't look so, just imperfect, because that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like this. It just doesn't look good. So that's one of the things we're working on there. Gonna put a lift back here. Basically, this will be a lift for the cargo bay down here, and if need be, even additional auxiliary shuttle parking down here. This will be lift machinery. So just haven't got that far yet, and that'll be an emergency hatch. If they have to, they can pop this, and the shuttles can go out that way. That's an artifact left over from when the ship separated. Used to separate. This ship won't separate, so. But yeah, this scissor lift system can handle shuttles that go considerable tonnage. Yeah, it looks great, but I don't see I love how they did that, by the way. It looks really nice, but on a starship they probably use anti-grabs, but I think a scissor lift works fine. It looks good. We allocated this area down here. Matt had marked it off, and I just went ahead and allocated it for him. I ripped out this entire cargo deck. I was not happy with the way it was looking, any way, shape, or form. It just did not. I tried to go with a Voyager feel, and obviously you can't do that with the Sovereign, so I went ahead and just ripped it out. We'll repurpose this area as cargo, of course, but we have to decide how we want to set it up to be a cargo area. And I think a team effort on this area will probably be a benefit, because I'm creatively burned out on it. I did do a lot of work with the island system in here. I went ahead and set this one up so it doesn't look so funky. I used the Ipanic lift thing. I also added a lift back here where they did some work on the rail systems. I added a lift here to feed the upper cargo storage area. This is the primary day-to-day stores of the ship, and then down here would be you know, long-term storage for cargo transport and stuff like that. Of course, for cargo bays in the aft section of the ship as well. But I did some work on this tower. I even added a Jeffries tube, a turbo lift through here. I got rid of some other stuff that really was just kind of being redundant. It didn't need to be there. Went ahead and kept this turbo lift in here as well. Figured, you know, it's a primary lift. I might as well go ahead and keep it. It's not going to hurt or affect this lift because they're both independent of each other. Of course, there'll be another lift right here. We moved this Jeffries tube, which used to be in front of this lift, off to the side here, so it's now a center, and there's only one of them now, so instead of having two, we have just one. That comes down to all this stuff here. So tweaks, and you know, tweaks here, tweaks there. Trying to get as much, trying to get it to look decent as possible. Is I gotta say, compared to the way it was, I like the look of, I like the design of this a lot better. I did not like having all those transporters up through there. To me, that was just tacky and being lazy. And this I do like a lot better. I think it has a lot cleaner look to the ship, a lot more usable space to be utilized. They got little rail systems here. This, if you go and check out the Steam Shovelhead mod, the Norway, you'll see that it's kind of, I think this is what they were going for, is like that. So that has a nice open cargo, in, if you need be, shuttle parking area. This is the rework of the Argo that MadSqurriel did. He said this was a real B to do. I got to agree. I think it probably would be a real B to do. Additionally, I just did a rework. I'll show you here in a minute of a Danube class, or maybe it wasn't a Danube. Maybe it was a Yellowstone class. I don't know what kind of runabout. I had to shorten it and do a lot of tweaking to make it smaller. It's still, in fact, you know what? I got it. I think I have it saved right now. So I'm just going to, for giggles, put it in here. It should fit with no problem. Giggles. Did it destroy anything? Oh, it did. It's too tall for even in here. Damn. Well, that's a bummer. Shoot. That means we're going to have to drop this down. Yeah, guys, we're probably going to have to drop this here down by one deck. Son of a gun. Yeah, this section here, this whole deck will probably have to come down by one. At least in this area back here where the shuttles are parked. This forward section I think is reserved for cargo or something, but I don't know. But if we have to, we can lower this whole area down. I don't. I'd have to look at to see how we would do it. But yeah, because this is 3 high, 2, 3. Yeah, we cannot lower it any further here. But this area back here, yeah, we should lower this by 1. That way, the larger shuttlecraft, like that runabout, can be parked in there. Darn it. And the main reason, it has to fit on this lift, and I don't know if it'll fit on this lift. We may not be able to put a runabout up here. The runabout will probably have to be permanently stationed in the aft section, in the aft hangar. So maybe we won't need to lower that, guys. As long as it's, I hope it's 7 tall. If it's 7 tall, we should be golden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 tall. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it's still okay. I'd like it 1 taller, but we can live with it if we have to. But push comes to shove, we can't drop that all the way around the side here down to this point. We could drop it, maybe even around if we have to. We can drop it down 1. Drop it down to where this pumpkin lighting is, and then drop the pumpkin lighting down 1. So, anyways, that's something we'll have to work on and figure out later. Darn it. Oh well, this is part of the process of designing a starship, you know. Not a lot's been done on the forward section apart from what we did the other day, so there's not really a lot to show here. Maybe I did do some stuff here. I did add the hollow suites. I think I mentioned that in the last video. So let us buzz on back here and check out what we've done back here. Junk loading, junk loading. Coming down here. I did add the lab from one of the setup that MadSqurriel and Ipanic did for the lab on the Voyager, which there's already one up there in the saucer. So when it gets mirrored, there'll be two plus the big egg, that big black round thing that Ipanic made for the Milner. I just took that idea and put it in the ship. It's not an actual copy, it's just the idea. And anyways, I put this in here and I found a good spot for it. And since it's right here, it doesn't really use a lot of space, but it does kind of you know, use up enough space that I had to find something else to put next to it. So I went ahead and put a little personal hollow suite kind of a thing in there. And this will be the size of the ones I'll use for the medical complex if I add any. I'll have to find a spot to put them so that they're not going to interfere with the deck above or deck below them. But I reserved the area above it for hollow suite systems, just to mention. And then this will all be machinery as well for this thing. Probably sensor and computer stuff to process information. So it'll be like a big computer, like a little mini computer core. Probably. Well, it won't go up into here because this is reserved. But right up in here will be a computer, like a little computer area, computer processors, things like that. Who knows? I think M added some tanks in. I got to be careful when I reintegrate the hangar. I got to do it in a specific way as to avoid tweaking all these new tanks that are in here. I don't want to erase those. So when I have this whole section here cut out of the ship over there on the side to work with it. And this is the old hangar setup as with the full-size runabout in it. I don't know who made this. I think this is one of DeBaum's runabouts. It's a full-size runabout. It takes a lot of space. There should be enough space between this wall and whatever wall over there for this thing to fly out with no problems. Again, when I mocked up this hangar, it was just this section actually belongs down here. And you can see M's put some shuttles and stuff in here. And I'd already lowered this floor by one block to give us this extra block height in here. And on the revision, this floor here is actually up one, so now we have space in between these. So this shuttle and these shuttles all fit just fine. The full-size runabout, not so well, as we saw up there. Well, even that's a reduced size one. I love these Valkyries. Absolutely love these Valkyries. But I don't think they're going to be in the ship. They should be, in my opinion, they should be, but I don't have the final say on that. It's pretty much up to a team build as to whether they go in or not. Of course, we have a Delta Flyer in here. But yeah, let's go ahead and go down here. Oh, I want to see if M did anything down here as well. I see these here. I think I put that there. But no, looks like it's pretty much still the same setup as before. They were saying something was done down here, but I'm not really certain as to what it was. Come around here. Oh, okay. Yeah, this. Okay, that'll probably have to be cleaned up a little bit, because that looks like an ugly patch that needs to be polished. It probably will be. Of course, all these doors and stuff will also be fixed and stuff. I went ahead and put in that transporter thing. It might need to be a little bit bigger. I don't know yet. Might need to go one more ring in to give it the right size. That's probably what I'll do. I'll just probably go one more ring in. Yeah, these are all the right size. Cool. Our little escape pods. That was bugging me. Anyways, like I said, I took out the section of the primary, or the whole entire aft hangar, and I took it over here, and I raised the roof by 3 blocks. I also raised the floor by 1 block. And when I did this, I had to be very, very careful, because it only left us about 1 to 2 block height through here. And ideally, I wanted to raise it 1 more block, but then I would have lost the lighting back here, so I decided to keep it where it was. I went ahead and kept the torpedo launcher in, but I had to lengthen it out all the way back here to this area here. And then since we have a medical bay already added in the secondary hall, we won't need the purpose. This is a medical wing. So I went ahead, and this is going to be torpedo. It's going to be our torpedo magazine and little hatch right here to load the torpedoes. These will be offices, and this of course is a set aside as a umbilical room. Yeah, umbilicals. I went ahead and left this open and made a little pathway back here. I'll put something in here as well. Not sure exactly what yet, but I have power right there, so if I need it, I got power. When I mirror the ship, the third type of lines that we use will basically be this, but it'll be mirrored, and I think that's this one right here. So when the ship's mirrored, you'll see these like right there, and we're going to go ahead and keep this one because we need to feed both the port and starboard sides. Of course, this is the starboard side. You can see how it runs down through here. Again, I'm not going to re-add this area. What I will do is I will through this line and then the yellow, so this whole area up here won't be touched up to this, well actually up to this point and then down. This is going to be up to MadSqurriel and Ipanic as to set up if they want to do it. Right now it's just, you know, it's been cleaned out, it's been set up so that they can begin whatever they want to do with it. I think the bomb's working on the nacelle, or doing something with the nacelle. He was doing something, I'm not sure what. Man, this is a big nacelle. Really big nacelle. So he was in here doing something, I believe. I don't know, I wasn't really following the conversation. It's kind of wrapped up with what I was working on at the time. But I talked to Em about raising this by 1. I don't think we're going to need to do it. Mad and I looked at it a little bit more today, and we think it'll work just fine the way it is. My main concern was being able to walk up without running into stuff, and I think we can route it to do just fine. And there has to be space. You know, I think right now currently it's 3 high. I'd like to have it, yeah, about 3 high is average, and there's spots where it's 4 high. That'll have to do. I don't want to alter this too much. I am going to try and dead drop the material, the pattern from above onto it on the next day or so, so that we have a kind of an idea of where things go inside of the wing. Looks like somebody's been routing this. At least getting it off the ground and routing it, which is nice. Over here, we got anything going on? Nope, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like anything else has been added through here. Just kind of buzzing along here, checking stuff out. Yeah, the main engineering, I'm going to leave that to other guys too. I'm kind of burned out. When I work on this stuff, I kind of got to follow with what's going on, what other people are doing, and they have a better is not the right word for it. They have a crisper vision of what things need to look like than I do. Mine's all slightly out of focus, or well, it's not slightly, it's grossly out of focus. So I just leave all the the little room details like this and to them, and I don't want to build anything in here. This stuff has to stay where it's at. This unless they decide to redesign it. But I'm gonna leave this area and the area above it open, so that they have to change this room at all, they can. There are some drawings that show it coming around like this. I don't know if that's what we're gonna end up doing, because it's. I mean, we could, to be honest with you, but yeah. I don't know, this kind of doesn't look all that good to me. But I could be wrong, you know. Whoops, I fell down and fell to my death again. Pulled a wrong Perlman. But yeah, it's kind of like that. And I'll leave that there just for now. Yeah, I'll leave that there just for now. Nothing really else going on. I don't know what that is. But somebody else put that in there. That's pretty much it. Of course, the deflector's in that Mad made up. I did a lot of reshaping in these areas here. The transwarp, the slipstream drives in. All the lines are routed. I set aside room up here for the rest of this machinery here. Yeah, you know. The rest of the time has really just been spent working on fine-tuning the details, making sure these lines are routed, fixing or adjusting for the changes that were made up here. That took quite a bit of time. And the work that was done in down here was pretty significant. So this area is really nice looking. I gotta say, we really did a nice job on setting this area up. Again, this is what, when we work as a team, this is what we end up with, you know. A functional area done. Well, done-ish. So, well, with that, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch. I apologize if I seem a little tired. I am. It's been a long couple of days here. And this is, of course, the Minetrek.net game server, and I do appreciate, again, you watching. And if you'd hit that like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. And y'all have a great day now. Bye-bye.